on this beautiful day. A day that you have set aside to celebrate yourselves. This is special, as it is beautiful. Indeed, each of you gracing this occasion today is an epitome of an empowered woman. This is regardless of your title, your possessions, and whatever else you may be dealing with right now. The fact that you honor yourselves, you love yourselves enough to take time out to celebrate togetherness as women in this way is testimony that to me that you are empowered. I salute you, I appreciate you, and I am grateful to be here today with you in this warm embrace. I am Queen Nokwanda Ngombane. I am a coach who integrates therapy in my practice. So I am the soul chemist.
Wow.
I like to describe myself as one who is a catalyst for personal growth and self-discovery, helping others to embrace their authenticity, find their purpose, and create a life that is aligned with their desires and values. I empower others to explore the depth of their being by transmuting their inner struggles and limitations into wisdom, strength, and personal fulfillment. I am a vessel for a joyful, meaningful life. Oh.
Put it on top. Yeah.
But I have not always lived a meaningful and joyous life. I have had to go through my own journey of discovery. This is a lifelong quest of learning, of practicing rituals such as prayer, meditation, chanting, journaling, and taking walks to move my body, doing yoga, of eating consciously, of building and nurturing healthy relationships, of learning to prioritize myself by doing things that I love, such as reading, singing along, dancing, going for retreats and holidays, and being in spaces with similar-minded souls like you. Today, I stand before you to remind you about the utmost importance of mental health, self-care, work-life balance, and the pursuit of wealth. Because in our fast-paced and demanding world, it has become increasingly crucial to prioritize these aspects of our lives for our well-being and overall success. I want to start by saying that mental well-being forms the foundation upon which our lives are built. It affects every aspect of our existence, our relationships, our work, our ability to find joy and fulfillment. How do we take care of our mental health, you might ask? I do this by being compassionate with myself. I've learned to acknowledge my feelings and to always connect with them. There are times, like Tuesday, when my car broke down and my instinct was to dissociate myself from the enormity of what had happened and the catastrophic financial impact it would have on me. In that moment, I caught myself and I allowed myself to feel the devastation. I felt sad until I was okay. When the sadness was over, I asked myself, what can I be grateful for in that moment? And in response to myself, I told myself that, the car broke down in such a way that it did not block traffic. It was during the day. I could call my sister to come and assist me. And most importantly, at the time, I had the money to call the breakdown. So, what could have ruined my day ended up being just a life event that happened, that just needed to be fixed. My life was not ruined. Yes, I am temporarily set back, and this is called reframing, and all of us can learn to do this. 5 years ago, my daughter took her life. Fortunately, I was already self-aware, and as soon as it was confirmed that she had taken her life, I called for someone to come and take me through a process. I would process for at least a year using various modalities until I came to completion. Today, I celebrate her memory, and I'm grateful to God that God had given me the privilege of having her for a whole 18 years. In essence, there is no life event that has the power to keep a person down. That has kept me down, including being accused of killing my own husband while the murderers were enjoying their lives. So, what am I saying? It is important for us to find tools to deal with whatever circumstances that we come across during the course of our lives, so as to safeguard our mental well-being, so that we can live each moment fully. I am sharing with you that self-care is pivotal in our lives. Here you are today, agreeing with me by being here, by taking care of yourselves. Here you are, making time to nourish your minds, your spirits. Here you are, engaging in activities that bring you joy. I know that already, that you love reading, and I'm certain that there are other ways in which you take time to take care of yourselves, whether by spending time in nature like I often do, practicing mindfulness, which I do through yoga, pursue your other hobbies, connecting with loved ones, or whatever it is that you do that is self-care for you. These practices restore our balance and rejuvenate our souls. So we owe it to ourselves to value self-care. And you must understand that boundary setting is an essential aspect of self-care. I must confess, though, that it remains a challenge for me. Sometimes I find myself bending over backwards. And when I do a brutally honest inquiry about what led me to do so. And this can be uncomfortable. But if you are like me and you wish to constantly treat yourself as somebody that you're trying to help, it is necessary. I often feel very grateful for myself for holding myself to such a high standard. However, this is ongoing. And one day, I will realize my own goal of not softening the edges of my own boundaries. But for now, it is compassion to self from moment to moment. These practices enable me to be resilient and to have an inner strength that is necessary to weather all of the life's storms. Most of you today are possibly engaged in balancing work, family, and personal life. This is a delicate art that requires conscious attention. In pursuit of our success, we must never neglect the aspects that ground us in love and connection. We must prioritize time with family and friends, with our community, and maintain open lines of communications by being fully present in moments that matter, so that we can enrich our lives and strengthen our relationships. And if here, there's some of you who have delicate relationships with families or with members of families, I can relate. For me, the definition of family extends beyond blood ties. Find the tribe. Find the ones who share in your joys, the ones who share in your sorrows. And we really have to constantly find equilibrium between work and our personal lives by establishing boundaries for ourselves and setting realistic expectations so that, especially those who are working as well very hard, we avoid burnout and maintain our overall well-being. When we find this balance, we achieve not only professional success, which we desire, but also personal fulfillment and happiness. Remember that success is not only measured by accomplishments in our careers, but also by the love, by joy, and by the impact that we create in our personal lives. I do not know how many of you present here today have a desire to be wealthy. I want to share with you that I have just only recently developed such a desire. And by recent, I mean just last year. Yes, for long. I had so many negative beliefs about wealth. I believed that wealthy people were busy and had no time to do anything, that they worked very hard. I also believed that they were mean and cruel. I believed that they had poor physical health. And I also believed that they were miserable. And I believed that they had so much responsibility on their shoulders. Well, as you can hear, the list is endless for me, including the belief that wealth was not important for me, that it was just okay for me to get by, and most importantly, I was a devoted employee at the time, and I had never seen a paid employee become wealthy. I believed that I did not have what it takes to build my own wealth. So I had decided to put a lampshade on, and I had lived in an uncomfortable, comfortable zone. Most of these beliefs were hidden to me because I had not had time to do self-exploration. So, am I wealthy now?
Yes.
No. I'm not. After a prolonged period of discomfort, I decided to invest in myself through deep and consistent internal work. And I finally came to a place of knowing that actually I do desire the earthly desires, the earthly riches. I also know that I'm worthy of being wealthy. As a result, I am in pursuit of financial abundance right now, and I'm achieving this by having clear goals. I have defined what it looks like for me to be financially abundant. I know what gives me joy and meaning, and that is to help others to get their joy and their meaning. I invested myself through training as a coach and therapist. I constantly learn from others. And I also seek feedback. I'm also on the lookout for any possible barriers that can hold me back from achieving my goals. I work very hard, and I must hasten to add that it is imperative to cultivate a holistic understanding of wealth, because true wealth encompasses more than just monetary assets. It encompasses personal growth, meaningful relationships, and the pursuits of one's passion. I cannot overemphasize the importance of cultivating a mindset of gratitude, of abundance, of persistence in order to attract opportunities and to create wealth. We should also bear in mind that in wealth building, this should be fueled by ethical principles and a commitment to making a positive impact on society. By aligning our financial endeavors with our core values and contributing to greater good, we not only create wealth for ourselves, but also uplift others and contribute to a more equitable and prosperous world. In conclusion, the journey towards mental health, self-care, work-life balance, and wealth building is a deeply personal one for each of us. It requires attention, self-reflection, and a commitment to one's well-being and purpose. By prioritizing mental health, practicing healthcare, balancing our various responsibilities, and adopting a holistic understanding of wealth, we pave the way for a fulfilling and prosperous life, the one that is filled with joy, success, and meaningful connections. I thank you.